Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Doby, and this evening, I got one of the Ruff Ryders finest. Rest in peace, the man DMX, live forever. This brother right here goes by the name of Drag On.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Man, from his debut, the opposite of H2O, which went gold, dropped out. Man, look, peaked at #2 on the US charts. On the R&B chart, they hit the R&B charts and the US charts. 5 on the regular charts, 2 on the US R&B charts. That was dope. That was a partnership with Interscope that Ruff Ryders had. Then you moved on and left Interscope and went to Virgin and dropped out Hell and Back, which is another fire joint. It also hit the Billboard charts, like #5. And man, yeah, you peaked at #5. That's dope. And then, you got the Hood Environment that you dropped on 2007. And you being steady, bro.
Yeah. Like that 2007 Hood Environment album is a illegal album though. You find it, like we didn't drop that. Somebody else put that out. I don't even know how that's up there.
Hey, well, you know.
Yeah.
It showed up. It showed up the internet or something, ain't it? We find everything.
It's crazy. I'm talking about somebody got a whole album. That's not even my album.
Like, hey, I feel you. Illegal album. Y'all jacked the man for his product. But he got something new for you, though. He got them shots for you. Shots that's dropping out on November 22nd with the video, so stay tuned. Drag On, what's happening, man? Where you been? What's going on? How's everything?
Man, I'm good. I'm in great spirits. I'm feeling good. I started my own record label back in 2006. It's been a grind, you know what I mean? You know, it's peaking, I think, 2016, 2015. You know what I mean? People started catching on to what I was doing. You find us because I never left the game. You know what I mean? I just got my releasement from Ruff Ryders in 2008. So now I'm independent and I'm just focusing on this Hood Environment. I'm in great spirits, you know what I'm saying? Or like, I mean, Oh, and big shout out to D the General, which was the CEO of Hood Environment, D the General. Crazy shout out to him. Without him, there was no me. You know what I mean? So, and that's how I'm able to continue my career.
Okay. Well, you got great music. I got a little clip from your Instagram on shot. Oh man, froze up. You there? It froze up. We might have to start this fresh. Yeah, look. Hey, if you can hear me, just log out and log back in. Let's try it again. Yo, the whole Zoom crashed, bro.
Yo, that was crazy. Yeah, I didn't know what happened. Like, you thought that word because it had you still sitting there and all that stuff too. The shit looked like you were still just sitting there like this. And
I was sitting there, you froze up. I'm like, yeah. What the hell just happened? All right, we're gonna start this again.
Okay,
no doubt. We're gonna start it as if we just met. We're gonna start it all over again. All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna chop that whole first section out. All right. You count us in. 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Doby, and this evening I'm on with a hip-hop hero by the name of Drag On. We met him through the Ruff Ryders and his opposite of H2O album in 2000. You know what I mean? Bruh, hit the Billboard charts, got a gold record. That's a gold album. Congratulations on that one. You know what I mean? He's still putting in work. He is never left the game. He's got a whole new label. He's been through the majors. And now he's getting first count on his money through Hood Environment, which is his new imprint, man. He's got a new joint coming out called Shotz, November the 22nd, next week. And he's dropping it full package with a video. Dragon, man, welcome.
Yes. What's going on, big bro? How you been? How you doing?
Oh, amazing, amazing. I'm happy to be seen and not viewed. So, you know, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. So look, bro, we got a whole new generation of youngsters. They're celebrating, and from the Ruff Ryders, the only people they really know is DMX. Let's educate them, man, from the inside looking out. Let's tell them about Dragon.
Yeah, and, yes, and I was with the Ruff Ryders. I mean, like before I speak on that, I would like to always give a special salute to D the General, which is the CEO of Ruff Ryders. Without him, there is no me. You know what I'm saying? So I give all my glory to God first and him second. You know what I mean? Even
Right.
though I got my releasement, I put in for my releasement in 06, I got my releasement in 08. So
Okay.
I'm no with Ruff Ryders. I started my own record label called Hood Environment. I started it in 2006. It's been a real grind. I think it started peaking at 2015, 2016.
Okay.
So it's been like a 9.5 to 10 year run before people started catching on that I was actually running. And I just been putting out, multiple projects. I'm saying, we dropped the Crazies mix. We dropped the Crazies mixtapes, part 1, part 2, part 3 with DJ Self. But then lately, and I dropped the BOF 4 saga of mixtapes with DJ Get It Right. And we did part 1, part 2, part 3. And and DJ Get It Right was the actual one that actually started the whole BOF for me. So I really wasn't touching like the streaming platform. So on BOF part 4, I actually dropped it as an album, and I dropped it March. So it's called BOF 4, streaming everywhere on all platforms, all streaming platforms right now, iTunes, Spotify, everything. But I definitely got a new single dropping. I just dropped a single called Hear Me though, but I got another single dropping November 22nd, full package with the video. You know what I mean? And it's called Shotz. Produced by the big homie David Forth.
Okay. Yeah. I got a chance to hear it. He hitting hard. The 808s is killing it. The lyrics is them some straight lyrical missiles he's dropping. He ain't playing with nobody out there. You know what I mean? He's at war. And I appreciate that you came with it for real. And people have to pay attention because it's a declaration. It's a declaration that y'all ain't kicking up no dust. Trust me. The OG right here is doing his thing, bro. He's doing his thing. I can't tell you too much more, but, talk to me. I know where your head was at when you were making this joint, but I want to hear you talk about it from the inside looking out. Where was your head at when you were making Shotz? And there's a message there. What would you like to spit without antagonizing anybody?
Yeah, like the song Shotz came about when my man David Forth had sent me the beat, and like the vibe of the energy of the beat, I just like felt like I needed to really spin on it, but not go too in and really make it a song. It's a song, but it's not in song mode. You know what I mean? It's just me spitting. And then, I might spit 4 bars, stop, come back, 8 bars, stop, another 4, stop, come back. So, this single was a little different. I just wanted to really have fun. I don't be trying to be too complicated with it. I just try to, just go with the feel and go with the vibe. You know what I mean? Shotz is just really just me. Just showing how my pen moving and staying on them and staying active. You know what I'm trying to say? Like applying pressure. Like, you know what I mean? You know, I'm just into that. I mean, you know, that type of energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, there's no shots thrown at no other rapper or nothing like that. It's just shots. Like you
it's
I
the
say,
industry in general.
you could get hit, you could get hit by like I mean, by a bullet, or you could stay out the way, or you know what I mean. You know, it's on you. You know what I'm trying to say? Shots though.
It was kind of crazy because I had just finished watching Geechee Gotti and Murder Mook battle, and then I heard your joint. I'm like, oh, he got it in him.
Who won that battle?
Murder Mook cleaned his clock. It was a straight 30.
Oh, word.
And I was on some hometown shit, hoping for Geechee. I was rooting for Geechee. I'm on some hometown stuff, rooting for Geechee, and he had some moments. He had some brilliant moments, but he kind of lost focus a little bit in round 2, and I think round 1 was his best round. He lost. He kind of got on the defensive in round 2 because when Mook, he should have made Mook go first. There's no way he should have opened up for Mook, and because Mook lit his ass up.
Yeah, that's
it was old. It was that old Murder Mook.
Cause Murder Mook, my homie too. You know what I say?
Yeah. That was that old Murder Mook hit the stage that night, bro. It was called Homecoming for a reason. It was the first time that URL had been back at Irving Plaza since 2016, and Murder Mook said, "Let me let you in on something." He did it. So you kind of reminded me a couple of times. I was like, okay, he's spitting these lyrical missiles. This shit is deadly. You got it in you. Did you ever battle rap too?
Yeah, that's how I actually got signed to Ruff Ryders. That's how I got my, you know, that's what really like started, or like not trying to say I started it, you're fun to say, but that's what helped start it. I mean, you know, the whole URL, the smack, the whole battle league and stuff like that. You fun to say, because me and DMX used to battle dudes on the street all day for free, and it really, I mean, elevating like around that time when me and X was doing it, it just started going to another level. And then next thing you know, Smack came through and took over. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why, like, I'm a big fan of Smack, because I mean, you know, that's just the cloth that I'm cut from. Right, so with my lyrics and stuff like that, unless I'm talking about some sentimental stuff or something for the ladies, you want to say, that's what you're gonna hear. And I mean, you know, just naturally, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you know, that's the cloth I'm cut from that, you know what I'm saying? So and I'm gonna be honest, I think I've turned down, I think so far right now, since Smack and all that stuff, I probably turned down like maybe eight battles.
Really?
Yeah, I'm talking about for good money too. You know what I mean? But something that I choose not to do because I was doing it, I mean, you know, like to get my deal. And I'm really focused on making music. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm cut from, but I really enjoy making the music part. Like I really like, I mean, you know, going in the booth and recording and actually making a song, and people actually like love it and like it, and they might keep it for 5 years and play that joint for 5 years. You find what I say? Like when I that song with Juvenile, I mean, you know, like to see how long that song lasted, like that was more precious to me than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, I dropped the song in 99 and it was playing heavy still in 2007, 2008. I'm like, oh snap, that's, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that I really, really, really enjoy. And then also like a lot, I mean, you know, like when I was battling and stuff like that, that joint caused a lot of animosity and stuff like that too. And I mean, you know, like a lot of people was nervous to doing records with me. You know what I'm saying? Because they know I mean, you know, like I really, I mean, like when I do a song with Drag, like I really got it right. And a lot of rappers, they just be really want to just swag on joints. But with me, you might not be able to do that. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I'm not going to play. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not going to play with you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like DMX raised me better than that to know, nah, not like, I mean, you know, like to take everything serious. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, you're gonna treat it like a battle. I'm finna fuck you up on your own record.
Listen, I'm from New York. say? Like that's just and it's friendly. You feel what I'm saying? It just it's friendly competition, but it's just like you know what I mean? You know, like I mean, you know, like Murder Mook and Geechee. You feel what I'm saying? It's friendly. Like I mean, you know, ain't no I mean, you know, but they had to both get on that stage and be like, hold on, I'm that Nick. And what's the name had to be, hold on, I'm that. And that's just the page. That's why I say that's the cloth I'm cut from. You feel what I'm trying to say? So I mean, I enjoy making the music part, you know what I mean? You know, but I love watching the battle leagues though.
I love watching, and they on you know, shout out to Caffeine TV and their thing, you know what I mean? That's where everybody's at. I love listening when I'm an ass. I'm a musical ass. I don't make music, but I grew up, or I came up at the beginning of my career in this industry, doing showcases and in the clubs for the battle leagues like Dragon's Den and, you know, Project Blowed and joints like that, right? So I came up as a fan of that and doing showcases behind that. And so now when I listen to music and you got a feature, I'm trying to see if your feature ate you up.
That's a fact.
Record. Because I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man.
You
don't
spend $250,000 to get a Snoop verse, and you don't bring your best. No.
Yeah.
No. You know what I mean? Elevating the game. Like they're talking really heavy about this 21 Savage dude, or no, it's not Lil Baby as being like the next up, you know what I mean? When you evaluate the youngsters, and you know, no shade on the youngsters and their stylizations and things like that, but for lyrical content, getting past the rump shaker music, you feel me? And the baller stuff. What is your take on the lyrical content and structure?
I mean, like I love it. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got to understand, like that's how rap evolves. You feel like, okay, all right, look, rap when it first started, it was hip hop, the hip hop, the bucket, the dope top, the bucket to the bang bang. So it's from that to KRS-One,
right?
Rakim, Coogee Rap to NWA. Now, hold on, we gonna talk about the streets and what's going on out here on the street. Like it evolved. So I actually love the way, I mean, you know, the music evolved. See, the only thing that I have a problem with, as far as with the rap game, is, I mean, when I came into the game, it was still a little bit of integrity left. You know what I'm saying? Now there is no integrity, meaning it's okay to sound like someone else. Like it's actually good to sound like I've heard record labels say, yeah, well, do that dude sound like him? Because we need that sound. I'm like, whoa, like labels would never, you know what I mean? You found out say it was a little integrity. Like it's a lot of new rappers that's out. Like Little Baby is one of my favorites. You found what I'm saying? Because he's doing the harmonizing thing, but really pay attention to what he's saying though. He's actually spitting. He's actually moving his pen. It's just, I mean, you know, he's doing it with the melodic sound, but he's an actual real writer. I fucks with Lil Baby. I ain't gonna front. And Young Thugger and Rowdy Rich and stuff like that. But and Amigos, right? But you know what I don't like?
Rest in peace, Offset.
I don't like all of the other rappers that sound like them though. You find I say, like, I love Young Thugger, but you know it's like 15 other rappers that sound just like them. I don't like that 15. I'm good with Young Thugger. You find to say, because I'm from that era where, like, you know what I mean, you know, where you had to be you. You find I say, and I can't change that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I can't change that about that. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that, like, I mean, you know, that I wish would stop that right there. You know what I mean? You know, like far as trying to sound like somebody else, I mean, you know, that's not cool and that's not original. and it's not showing that you are really talented. Like, if I'm trying to say, so that's my whole thing as far as the integrity. Let me know, like, let me, But a lot of the new artists, I ain't gonna front. I'm a fan of. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm a fan of T Grizzly. I'm a big fan of Rowdy Rich. I bought Rowdy Rich's first album the first day it dropped. You know what I mean? Lil Baby joint. I just copped his joint. You know what I mean? 5-year-old foreign. You know what I'm trying to say? Nah, but I don't like none of the rappers that sound like them though. Word up, and that's just my take on it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right. So would it be fair to say though that you have a hard time just vibing out to music because you're always analyzing it? Would that be fair to say, or is that a little off?
I would say it's a little off. You want to why? Because I can really vibe to the new music. You find I say like I ain't gonna front, like I'm a big fan of Future, but I don't like none of the niggas that sound like him though. I just like Future. You find I say like when I hear Future joint, I be vibing. You find like you find, and I'm a fan of homie like you. And I never met him or nothing. Like, I mean, so I'm not being biased or nothing. I don't know that nigga, you know what I mean? But I'm a fan of his music. But I'm not a fan of all the other rappers that be trying to sound like Future. You find to say, when Future came out, now everybody sound like him. No. I just like to hear Future. I like that vibe he give. All that, I fucks with that. You know what I mean? But when I see somebody else actually copying them, like, I'm going to sound exactly like Future. I'm going to sound exactly like I can't. You find like that's the thing. I mean, that's happening now that I can't get with. Like I don't respect it. You know what I mean?
I'm rocking with you on that. I tell you, at the height of this mumble stuff, when we had 40 or 50 mumbly, whining ass wannabe musicians, rappers, you know what I mean? That used to drive me crazy. I'm like, everywhere you was going, I'm like, shut up. And why are you on the radio? How did you get on the radio? And I'm talking about satellite.
Because it's because the radio actually said we like him because that sounds just like him. So look, you know what I mean? Like
that's the sound that they vibing with. Okay.
Yeah, like the integrity going. Like I remember when I came in again, you couldn't even go to Funk Master Flex, or you know what I mean? Like a real hip hop head sound like somebody else. He gonna tell you off rip, like, I ain't gonna pay to play this, bro. I ain't gonna front. You sound just like what's in that. You know what I mean? You found y'all say like, like we already got a record on the radio sound just like that, but now it's actually they want that. You know what I mean? So that was crazy.
Yeah, I think it's changing though, because even the youngsters are starting to demand lyricism once again, and they want to understand what you're saying, because lean is not cool. I don't care what anybody says. Lean is not cool. We're losing too many to drugs, and you know what I mean, and they're waking up. I always suspected people who wanted to take Xanax or whatever they called it and hang out with their boys. Yeah, you're supposed to do that and hang out with some female? Why am I on ecstasy hanging out with a bunch of dudes? I don't know. That's suspect to me. And I'm a little old. You're supposed to be around a bunch of girls. I mean, unless that's your lifestyle and that's your what you do, I'm that's natural for you. That's fine. But for me, I'm not singing about hanging, taking Molly or taking ecstasy or bars or whatever you call it nowadays and hanging out with a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
So subject matter is changing, and the youngsters are demanding, and they're flocking to the battle rappers a lot. It's crazy to see Loaded Lux and Awkward and all those guys, and still doing the thing. Murder Mook coming back and doing his thing, and Geechee Gotti, et cetera, and that girl Jazz. Oh my God, yeah, she's a mercenary, man. So I like the fact that it's evolved back to what you guys were doing. We could understand what you were saying. You were spitting lyrics and talking about, current events in the way that you could talk about them without implicating yourself, you know what I mean, or others around you. That's another thing. These Negroes, excuse my language, they getting indicted for lyrics because you talking about I'm jacking ATMs and you putting that on wax, and then you go and jack the ATMs, and then when they catch you, they caught you jacking ATMs.
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
and so they're using your music against you. Oh, we caught you on this one, but you confessed to 35 more.
Yeah.
So
We just never did. I ain't gonna front. We definitely ain't gonna implicate ourselves in any type of way. Like, I mean, like the new generation, they feel as though they got to implicate to actually show, look, this is what I'm really doing. But for us, we used it as like when Spike Lee shoot a movie, it's entertainment. You find what I say? It's like when John Singleton shot Boys in the Hood. That don't mean he's out there gang banging and like that. What he did was paint a picture for you to see it, so you can digest and understand. This is what we're doing out here on the West Coast. This is like an everyday life for us. Look, boom. You know what I'm saying? It's not that he's out there. Pop, pop. You find to say, like, nowadays they taking it further where they actually using events that they actually doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I mean, like, it's crazy. But we, like, we was more on the entertainment side, and they're more, really trying to show and prove that they gangsters. As far as through the music. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, we show gangster, but we show gangster through entertainment. You find what I'm trying to say? So,
right.
It was entertaining. You find what I'm trying to say? So,
yeah, we wasn't shooting girls. We wasn't beating up on people who was, previously paralyzed and sick. Civilians were civilians. You know what I mean? And you left them alone. You didn't go pick on people that you're supposed to be protecting and looking out for. And that was another thing I respected about you guys and your crew, was that y'all did your dirt, but it wasn't for everybody to see. And you stood up for those that were weaker. And that's the part that we saw. It was a clique of people who locked arms and said, we are going to make it, and we are going to show other people how to make it. We're not going to hide that. So I think the industry has changed a little bit now to where it's all slicksters and scammers and whatever. I'm not gonna get on my soapbox. We're gonna talk about Shotz coming out November 22nd.
Yep, November 22nd.
On Drag-On's personal imprint, hood environment. The brother's getting the first count on his money, like a good Mac should. You feel me?
Oh, I need 100, man. I need 100%. My fault, but I need 100.
I feel that. I feel it. I gotta have it. Yeah.
100, I need 100.
So I have to ask you though, as you were navigating the maze earlier, you know what I mean, and you made moves from one major to the next on the distribution issue. What was the biggest surprise for you about the business end of the music business?
Well, for one, I never really wanted to make that move from Interscope to Virgin. Like, you found trying to say that shit like all of that happened like behind. Like behind my back. Like 1 minute I was there and the next minute I was here. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was as far as with that. You know what I mean? But like when you dealing with a major and stuff like that, it's like that. It's like, it's like you have like control, but somewhat everything is limited. You find to say you don't really have that much control. So that's why in 06, I was forced to start this environment stuff because I felt and I knew, that the game was changing. You find what I'm trying to say? See, me, I was an artist when I came out. I catered to New York heavy, but I also catered to the Midwest. I catered to the West, and I catered to the South. And I catered to them just as much as I catered to New York. You know what I mean? I wasn't just a New York nigga trying to, like me, I was more on the mind frame, like, yo, like I want niggas in Chicago to fuck with New York niggas too. Hold on, let me hit them niggas with that. So that's why I was doing songs with Twista, with Twista and doing songs with Petey Pablo, and then do a song with Juvie, and then come back, do a song with the Locks and go, you know what I mean? So I could be able to hit. So I was able to catch first dibs that the rap game was changing. Like the way the rap game is right now, I kind of saw that already. You know what I'm saying? And I knew, that I definitely wasn't going to make it there because they just didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? And I knew it was going to happen regardless. Now, as far as the streaming stuff and stuff like that, I didn't see that. But for sound sonically, I saw that. Like, oh, hold up, this thing it's kind of like turning around a little bit. It's like it's bars, but it's like now it's really like getting musical a little bit and whoopty whoop. And then it's not just New York. You got you find what I'm saying? Like I started seeing artists come from motherfucker them Albuquerque. That's when I knew, okay, it's changing. You know what I'm saying? So and I was forced to come up with Hood Environment because I knew Hood Environment. I can make that actually adapt, but still keep the essence. But there's no choice but to adapt. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand what it is. All that going against the grain. It's hip hop. It's a culture. You find what I'm saying? So you'll be going up against the whole culture. Like, you have to learn how to adapt, but still keep the most important part, which is integrity. As long as you have that, you should be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm rocking with you because I tell stories like it is. I don't get involved in the beef and the gossip and none of that. I just tell the stories like it is. And better yet, give other people the opportunity to tell their story the way that they need it to be told and keep my opinions out of it. So I understand the integrity.
Yeah.
We don't do the clickbait and the gossip and all that garbage. And,
Yep.
I barely even do articles when people die.
Yeah. Yep.
So I just don't want to cover all that sadness. We have enough of that in our real lives. We don't need to share that. But over the years, you've done some interviews and the media has asked you this and that and the third. I know that people have been all over you about your relationship with DMX and how tight you guys were and how he helped bring you up through the game and all that good stuff. But what is a question that we haven't asked you that you always wanted to address?
Drag on. If I'm trying to say, like, I've yet to be asked about Drag On out of all my interviews. You know what I'm trying to say? Just yo, Drag, yo, what's up, Drag? You know what I'm saying? Just that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like my main thing, what I be, why I don't do that much interviews because because of the questions that they show me that they're gonna ask. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Not one of these questions has anything to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Or what I got going or anything. It ain't it just don't. You know what I'm saying? And I have just as much as of workout, that I did when I first came. I actually got more workout than I did when I came. Because I also do, like these live freestyles, and I'm up to part 46.
Okay.
I do that too, and I do that just to, that's really like for sparring, like, like sparring purposes, just to show how my pen is. I'm still raw with it. And this ain't no studio gimmick. You know what I'm trying to say? I pull up anywhere with my car, spit, get in my car and bounce. So it's natural. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I do this. You know what I'm trying to say? I've been writing rhymes 10 years before Ruff Ryders. You know what I'm trying to say? And I came into Ruff Ryders 17. So do the math. I started as a baby. I love this shit. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I went out to the record store and bought Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em by Rakim by myself at the age of like 8. You know what I'm saying? Live this. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, like, and I still remember the first day I ever met Rakim too. And I'm saying, because he was my favorite rapper as a kid. Period.
Right.
Like, like what?
Yeah.
And that was the first thing I told him too when I saw him. Straight up, I straight pay homage, yo, bro. Look, I am a super fan. I bought Let the Rhythm Hit It when it first came out. I ain't gonna front. My uncle put me on from jail with the whoop. I ain't know about you. He put me up. Straight up. And it was crazy one while because Rakim called his son. His son was my #1 fan.
Really?
So
Wow.
it was like the 360 was so crazy. I was shocked, dead serious. We was actually out here in Cali in a hotel, and I ran into him and I told him that, and he called his son right there, like, nigga, my son is your #1 fan. I said, yo, that's crazy. You my #1. Like you first, well, I'm your #1 fan, and your son, and I'm your son's #1 fan. So it was crazy how that 360 hit like that. You know what I'm saying? But and I bought that album with my allowance. You find I say when I was 9 years old. So I'm a real hip hop head. Like I love this. You know what I'm saying?
So hip hop is like air. You gotta have it. You just gotta have it. Period.
Yeah.
That's the real drag on. Hip hop is drag
Yeah.
on. Drag on is hip hop. And that's, you know what? I love that. I'm exposed to so much music that I like everything. I have got, because I was so disgusted, and I'm glad we're talking, because I was so disgusted that I went to dubstep. I wanted to hit Skrillex and Dead Mountain 5 and Afrojack. I just refused, except for outside of work, I refused to listen to any of this new stuff. So, when I got a chance to run across you, and shout out to VS King, who did the intro. It says, yo, Dragon, you know who Dragon is? I'm like, don't ask me stupid shit. You know what I mean? Oh, get on my phone and ask me stupid shit. You know, like, bro, yeah, I know who Dragon is. What's going on? He's dropping a new one. What? I went straight to Instagram, saw the clip. I'm like, oh yeah, bro, I need that interview. Can you make that happen? He's like, yeah, you want the interview? Of course I want the interview. Like you know, once again, get off my phone with stupid questions. So yeah, give me drag on. I want to talk to him. Absolutely, absolutely. I want to support what he's got going on. You know what I mean? So you definitely got a friend over here at the Hype Magazine, brother. I want to make sure that we support, because after old crusty academics said what he said, you know, about our elders in the game, because you know the elders who are your elders as a performer, you know, you call them Dusty. For the new generation, you're the elder. You know what I mean? And your sound, Dragon sound, affected some youngsters and helped them to segue into the game. So you're an elder. And for this guy who I've never heard of a beat that he produced, or a mixtape that he hosted or mixed or nothing. I've never heard of a DJ event. He calls himself a DJ. You know, talk bad about the elders. I wanted to see. So, you know, you can't put an age on freaking hip hop, right? It's 40. We're in the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Happy birthday, hip hop. November is hip hop month. You know, it's birthday. And you're 43?
I'm 42.
42. Okay. So since 8, he's been in the hip hop.
Yeah.
So he was there at the beginning. Dragon was there at the beginning when it really hit. He was there really before it hit, before it got commercialized, before it was accepted, before it became a global phenomenon. And his contributions to the fabric of the culture are part of what people across the globe are seeing and feeling. So welcome the hell back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
and we're back into the limelight. Break that shit off the mixtape circuit and let's go. You know what I mean? No disrespect to the mixtapes, but you know, we need the leaders back. And I appreciate the fact that you're back. Man, is there anything you wanted to cover that I may have neglected?
Well, let me, you know, for those that know me and really know me and stuff like that, I know they're gonna, let me, you know, like, you know, like, first and foremost, I'm a huge fan of the Hype magazine. You know what I mean? You know, and
Thank you.
so is people's and stuff like that too. So
Thank you.
I like a lot of people that I haven't seen in a minute that actually know me knows that I have a real chronic bad stuttering problem. So so I know when they see this right here, they're gonna know that okay, I bet Drag actually been working on it. You find what I say? Because that was another thing which I know you probably noticed, but I never really did that much interviews and stuff like that. I just never was that person. But that was the reason, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But 2000, I think it was 2018 or something like that. 2017 or 2018, I started, going online and really, taking classes to really work on my talking. You find what I'm trying to say? And I know like a lot of people, they be, how the hell he has a bad stuttering problem and how he can do music. But a lot of people don't understand when you're talking and when you're rapping or singing, that is two different parts of your brain. That is not the same. People think it's the same because you're using words and you're talking, but you also are on a timer, which makes you use another part of your brain because you find to say like when the beat gonna drop this, that, and the third. So that's not the same thing as talking. See, when you talking, you are not on a timer.
Right.
You find what I'm trying to say? So that can cause a person that has a chronic stuttering problem stress just because of that. So with the beat, I'm on time. So it's not like I gotta figure out what to do. I already know what to do at a certain time frame. You find what I'm trying to say? Talk. I had that. So I know a lot of people that know me are gonna be like, wow, Drag actually been studying that. I definitely been studying that. And I like to, this is what I was saying about, like when I do interviews and stuff like that. And why I really appreciate this interview right here, because you actually asked about like, yo, Drag, what you find out like, what's up, Drag? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm able to actually tell people, because when I rap, I don't just rap for hip hop. I also rap for the speech impaired. It's a lot of people that suffer from what I suffer from that will not do it and have it in them to do it. And I want to be living proof that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You can, it's going to be obstacles and stuff like that, but you can practice and you can learn and you can do it. And I'm like the spokesman for them. You find what I say? Because a lot of people that's actually born like this and they can't help it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Very mind frame that you have to put yourself in and know that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proof. So it's not like you do that. Nope, my story. I'm talking about like, feel free to ask whoever. You want to say Ruff Ryders, whatever, they would tell you like Drag can. So to hear me speaking right now, and I'm saying this because I'm proud of myself, you know what I'm saying? But I know the people that's going to watch this, because a lot of my peoples are fan of Hype Magazine. I'm not just saying that. I know they're going to watch this and they're going to be like, yo, he actually, you know what I mean? Because I actually posted about it. You'll see it on my page when I actually started doing the research on my stuttering. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's very important. You know what? A lot of times I did notice it, but I've also, watched Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey used to stutter. And
James Earl Jones, a lot of Aaron Hall.
Eddie Griffin, the comedian, he has stuttered and now he blinks a lot. But so I understand, and I did notice, but I'm like, it's smoothed out.
Yeah.
We're having a good conversation. It's smoothed out. And I was like, okay. I took it as you felt relaxed with me as well. So I'm happy that you're making the progress and you've done it for yourself. You're obviously, to do what you do as an entrepreneur, as a label head, you have to be self-motivated. And you took the condition in hand and said, okay, I can beat this. And here you go. And like you said, you live in proof. So thank you for sharing that, because a lot of people, wouldn't have known, especially the young people that we're educating and talking to that are getting to meet you maybe for the first time. They've known your music, been maybe, touched by your music some way, some form, especially, you know, if they're down south and they're Juvie fans, you know what I mean, or whatever. They're like, yeah, I know Dragon. That brought cold right there. So we don't know you, the person. So getting a chance for you to let them in and let us in, and I appreciate that. It's a real honor to be trusted with being able to talk to you. So I really appreciate that. And thank you for the kind words about the Hype magazine. For 20 years, man, the brand has been supporting hip hop, supporting artists and those that maybe the mainstream media, they call it, don't pay as close attention to as they should. You know, we've talked to a lot of difference makers. You're one of those difference makers, and I really appreciate it. And the fact that you trusted me enough to come on and have a conversation. It's not an interview to me, it's a conversation, which is an honor. That's like elevated, you know what I mean? So
and I appreciate you having me on your platform too, man. For real. You like I said, I mean, I'm a fan, you know what I mean? So, you know, at the end of the day, to actually, you know what I mean, you know, to be able to grace this platform right here is it's a good thing. Well,
it is a grace. He has graced us. He has graced Hype magazine. The name is Drag On.
Yes.
The imprint is Hood Environment. He's got a new single out on his imprint coming November 22nd called Shotz, Shotz. And he's putting it down. He's got that battle rap flavor. He's smooth with it. Don't let the smooth taste fool you, because they are lyrical missiles, though.
Yeah.
He's very cool, calm, and collected in this single, man. But he's just saying, I'm here. And he's also letting you know that the style is there, the pen is powerful, and y'all need to get your game up. Because OG,
man,
yeah.
This my sword right here. So.
Do you have a particular brand of pen that you use?
Nah. Just any pen that, I mean, you know, that feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I'm writing, because I know like a lot of rappers, they write their stuff in their phone and they be in the phone, but I can't get with that though. I like,
really?
I mean, you know, like the fun part, like one of the fun part is to be able to actually come up with the line, and the line is good, and now it's like, all right, bet, let me put that down. Boom, because you know that's history you writing. You ain't go, you know what I mean? So it's like I just feel good with doing that. You know what I mean? But I don't knock the artists that use the phone. I just can't fuck with that. You know what I mean? Word. I mean, you know. So I got books and books and books and books and all that.
Okay. You know, I still make notes. I still use a notebook. Shout out to my girl Jen De Leon. She sent me this notebook. She said, I still use notebook. I'm like, I still do too, but I was using the big pads. She said, let me send you something that makes sense. And yeah, she is she was an influence on that. So I still do it the old-fashioned way too. I make notes. And as I'm listening to music, I try to copy down lyrics. I can't recite the lyrics because I didn't write them down, because I know we're not dropping until the 22nd. So, you know, if you want to hear a teaser, go to Drag On. And so it's drag underscore on one.
Yep. And go check my story right now, and you will hear the teaser of that. It's in my story right now. You find word. I mean, you know, and I also got a record coming out with Dave East and Vado and J.R. Ryder and my boy Fred Money. My man Fred Money put me on that joint. That video is dropping December. But Shotz dropping November 22nd. Go to my Instagram page right now, drag underscore on one, and go to my story, man. You already know, man. You know what I mean? You know, you'll get a little taste of it. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah. It's fire. Y'all, it's fire. It's fire. It's fire. Anyway. All right, man. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Is there anything you want to cover that I didn't get to? Is it something else you thought? You gonna do some acting? What's happening?
Everything I want to say, everything I do, and everything I've achieved is because of God. You know what I mean? You know, I give all my glory. I give everything that I do to God. You find what I'm saying? And the reason why I do it, because there's been times that, I mean, you know, where I didn't give up, but I mean, you know, I was just like, yo, you know what I mean? You know, is this going to work? And that's when I knew, you know what I mean? You know, God is right there, because I mean, you know, it'd be something that'd just lift me and snap me right out of it. You find what I'm trying to say? And so, you know, I give everything I do to God, you know what I mean? You know, so I just want to leave it on that note right there. So that way, you know, maybe it'd be other people that'll do the same thing. Understand you powerful, but ain't nothing powerful than that one. And we already know who that one is, you know what I mean? So straight, I mean, you know, don't think you are above him. He's above us at all times.
At all times. Okay, perfect way to leave it. Giving glory to God. Whatever name you use, understand there is a higher power, and that looks out for us, helps us through, guides us. If you've ever been desperate and said, "Oh God," in whatever language you say it in, I need. It might not have come within the next 5 minutes, but I bet you before your lights was cut off, I bet you before you were evicted, there was an opportunity for you to correct whatever was short. So give it to God, however you say it. Until the next time, though, we've had Drag On. Hood Entertainment Environment is the label. Shotz is the joint. November the 22nd, I believe that's Monday, right? And so we're gonna come off the weekend and take some shots at the week, and everything that could be thrown at you. Here's some additional armor that God has put in your way. We're gonna take some shots from Drag On. Until then, the Hype Magazine live sessions.
You already know. Salute.